All right, guys, this is more of a Sunday school lesson, probably, and I'm going to try to do a shift. I hope I tie things together well and give you something of value. I am definitely going to attempt to do so. But I was sitting around having a fun little debate with the family the other day. Wife is decorator, go to Pottery Barn, get stuff for the seasons, all that stuff. Love it, makes house look beautiful. If I had to do it myself, I would hate it more than anything else in the world. But being as all I do is come home and enjoy it and go, ooh, need a change. Fabulous for me. All right, my daughter sticks her hand in and she pulls out a little cork because, you know, wine corks are very useful in the modern Pottery Barn design decoration stuff. And she says, what's this? And my wife says, well, it's a blank word. I go, it's a wine cork. She says, the wine cork was in a bottle of wine. And that led to my wife going, no, it's just a fake. And I said, how can it be a fake? It's still the same material. And then she reached in and pulled one out that had a little red stain because we'd just thrown one in for a bottle of wine we'd had. And my wife said, yes, that one's real. And I said, this gives me a metaphorical thought. So here's my question for you. And no, I cannot draw, and we all know this. Two wine corks, identical, exact same material, exact same manufacturing plant, grow plant, whatever it was, two identical corks. This one ends up in a bottle of wine. This one is sold in a bag with 1,000 others. They are the same material, they are the same shape, they are the same thing. My question to you is this. Is this one a real cork? Not real cork. Is it a wine bottle cork? The answer that at least I give you is no, it is not. It was made of the same material, it was made of the same plant, it was made at the same time. It was made originally for the same purpose, but it was never used for its purpose. Thus it is fake, thus it is imitation, thus it is just a pile of materials. Whatever you want to say with it, it was never put in a bottle of wine. It was never used for what it was meant to be used for. Thus, it is not real. Now there's a whole lot of stuff here that I'd love to do and try to take over and set up more on a biblical and Sunday school basis. We are not going to do that here. What I want to do is, how does that metaphor carry over to you? And I'm going to say something, I do not mean this harsh, I do not mean this disrespectful. We lost a franchisee recently. I'm very tragically, I'm very upset, and you wouldn't believe the things I did to try to help, the amount of backup, support, sales, training, forgiveness of monies to help him make it is unbelievable. I could not have done more. It's a surgeon that did everything. I mean, there's nothing left. But the quirk is this, and I'm going to give you some numbers. This guy had, I believe it was five or 6 month period of time. Well, in all sincerity, there was none latter, so I'm going to say 4 months. 142 leads. Of 142 leads, exceptional on presentation, over 60 presentations. Contract signed, 1, and it was a little bitty remodel. Of contract to construction, 0. If you bring a client in and you get the first sale and you have a lead, and then you move them to a presentation, if you don't move them to a signed contract, they've never become anything that mattered. That's the first metaphor I'm going to try to pull off of this. You got to put them into the purpose. You got to put it into place. You get a lead for the purpose of moving to a presentation. You get a presentation for the purpose of moving them to a signed contract. You get a signed contract for the purpose of moving them into construction. You get them in construction for the purpose of finishing their house and getting them moved in. Anything else is falling short of what the purpose and the creation was. Now I want to take this to a secondary level. Are you in your role? We talk constantly about 4 hats. I've done so many daggum franchise presentations in the last, 5, in the last few weeks, and I'm always get bored with trying to explain the hats. Number 1, administration. Number 2, sales and marketing. Number 3, planning. Number 4, construction. If you are a construction cork, go fill a wine bottle. If you are a cork able to fill all 4, go for it. Here's the truth. Everyone has a strength. Everyone has a purpose they were created for. Everyone has a gift. Everyone has a place that fits them. They are the right spot for it. They are filling their purpose. It's what they're meant to do. If you try to be what you are not meant to do, it is tough, it's a struggle, and you may fail miserably. If you try to be what you are meant to be and do, it is ridiculous the level to which you're going to succeed, the level to which you're going to be fulfilled, the level of which you're going to bless other people's lives. It's how you were made and why you were wondrously put together. If you are heavily weighted here, you're probably going to be mediocre to light in one of the others. It's okay, it doesn't mean you can't carry it. But if you get in and you find, I'm absolutely terrible, I am so light in this area, hire it out. If you can't even afford it, hire it out. Beg somebody, mow someone's lawns on Thursday night, get them to do so. In case anybody ever wondered, the area to which I am beyond belief horrific is honestly here. I know you were thinking here, shame on you. Administration, I hate it. I hate it with the passion. I love dealing with an individual. I love dealing with psychology. I love dealing with how they're working. I'm okay with working as the bigger group. But on the whole, when you start getting into the bigger group or little individual drama and managing that stuff, I despise it. That, however, I'm fine at compared to bookkeeping. I would rather be shot, drugged through a ditch, thrown to wolves, and then kept barely alive in a Chinese dark prison than have to do accounting. There is nothing I despise more in life than accounting. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate it so much. I jokingly, my wife will tell you if you probably got to get a couple glasses of wine in her, but she will tell you one of the more humorous things to her in hindsight is we had our very first company and I was trying to put together the books. She was the old QuickBooks. And I had dang near a breakdown and I looked at her and said, if I have to do this blank, I am shutting this company down now, and if I got to work at 7-Eleven, I will, but anything over doing this horrible stuff. That was the day she began doing my books, and she's exceptional at it now. She happens to be extremely gifted and weighted in that area. I was blessed. I didn't have to hire anybody. I was blessed with getting to marry somebody. But I promise you, if you're brand new, if you're struggling, if you're tight for cash, there is someone out there that can fill that void for you at an affordable pace. If you come in and you are new, or if you've been around for a while, either way, we're going to go. You're like, I'm fine in administration. I own the sales and marketing. I can do the planning, but I'm real weak here. And you can be weak here because it's not your talent, it's not your gift. You can be weak there because you don't have the experience, whatever it is. This can be very expensive to hire 100% straight up. But talk to some guys. There's a lot of guys succeeding out there paying anywhere from $80 to $150 per site visit. Number one, you never pay a dime until you've actually got money in your pocket to pay it with. And number two, it's a per cap. It's pretty daggum affordable and cheap. All right? Very, very doable way to fill this area of weakness. If you are, I got admin, my cousin will do it for me. Planning in my mindset is part of construction. I got this. I built 300 homes. I'm strong as an ox. But you've had 150 leads, one little sale, zero to construction. You might want to consider that you're really, really weak here. And you got to hire some help somewhere. I can't force you to do stuff, nor would I want to. We're all independent. We all stand on our own feet. We make it or we don't make it as we go. We're there to support and help one another, but ultimately we're all going to run our own race. At times I wish I could. At times I wish I was a liberal socialist. At times I wish I could say you must do it this way, but I can't and I won't. I do these things and at times I offend, but hopefully I help a little and teach. What's your weakness? Get out of it. Because here's where I'm going to end. If you are strong here, if you're okay here, if you're getting by here, strongly, strongly consider whatever one you're weaker in, if you hire someone to fill that hole, it frees you up to be even stronger in your areas. And trust me, trying to balance all the balls is nowhere near as efficient. Try to use this metaphor as best I can. Great offensive coordinator is not always a great head coach. A great head coach calling his own plays will never win a championship. He's got to pass it off. How many times have we seen a great offensive coordinator become a great head coach and want to call his own plays? But here's the truth. He doesn't go to the next level until he passes it off to somebody that's not even as good as him. But he's able to manage that guy and help him. He's able to be strong and run the other areas where he has to. It might choose you. You might be strong here, weak here, medium here, and here. But nature of people and what you have available, you end up passing off your strong area. You've hired off your weak, and you become super strong in the others because it's what you have to fill and you're good enough to do. I don't know, but you got to share it. Look to share it as you look to grow, as you look to expand, as you look to do everything you can and give all you can to your clients. This carries over in a lot of other areas in life, and all sincerity, this metaphor and story probably works better in other ways. But it is a truth, and it is helpful to me to be reminded of. Hopefully I can apply it to myself. If it's of any help to any of y'all, I appreciate you watching. I will see you soon. Have a great day.